I feel like I'm at the airport, guys. When my taxi was pulling up here, I was like, oh my god, did I like put something wrong into the DD app? Did I accidentally put in the south exit of the airport? Because there's no way that this is a train station. 100% this is the biggest, I think. Actually, maybe not. The Moscow, main train station was pretty big, so I guess I have been to some pretty big train stations, but somehow, just with the way they've like built the roof and it's so high, it feels like I'm at the airport. But anyway, friends, I am here for my first train journey in China. I am going from Guangzhou to Zhangjiajie. Let me know in the comments if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is considered to be the Avatar Mountains of China. It's this stunning nature area that inspired the scenery in the famous Avatar movies, and it's supposed to be just out of this world. And even though I'm going on a high-speed train, it does take quite a while to get there. I think it's 6.5 hours. And I also do have quite a bit of time here at the train station because I had to check out of my hotel at like 12. So I am here 2 hours early. I am gonna grab some lunch and hopefully be able to find my gate or platform without any issues. Okay, we got a lot going on, and since this is my first time, I can tell you guys right off the bat how everything works. I did book my ticket on trip.com, and for sure, guys, if you are coming to China, you need to download this app because it will just make your life so much easier. As you can see, I already have my ticket. It is an e-ticket, so I can just, show them my screen as well as my passport, and that should be fine. It wasn't exactly cheap as far as the price goes. I was actually expecting prices for trains to be a bit less, and this is for second class. So maybe I'm just not aware just how far we are going because it is like a 6-hour journey. But yeah, for like second class, it was basically 100 Canadian dollars. That's 70 US. But the trains are supposed to be super, super modern, so I'm excited. They took my hairspray away. Dang it. It's the same thing that happened to me when I was taking the, Chinese-built train in Laos, where they don't allow aerosols. They took away my sunscreen, my bug spray, and my hairspray that time, and I didn't make the connection with this one. I had a full bottle of really good hairspray, and now it is gone. But yeah, other than that, it was fine. You have to go through like a mini immigration first. You show your passport. They didn't ask for my ticket. I think it's like automatically already connected to my passport number. Then you go through security, and then you are in this huge, once again, I can't reiterate enough how big this terminal is. And also I should mention that Guangzhou, not even being like the biggest city, it has, I think, 3 or 4 different terminals. I don't know which one is the biggest, but that's one really important thing to make sure that you are understanding about your ticket, is which terminal you are going out of. And depending if you have a choice, maybe choose one that is closer to your accommodation, because I did have like a 30-40 minute drive to get here. Oh my gosh, look at all these massage chairs. This is crazy. And the way that I think it works is you scan the QR code with Alipay or WeChat. I'm a little scared to do it because I actually tried to do it at another place with a massage chair, but because it was all in Mandarin, I didn't know what I was clicking, so I don't want it to charge my account like $50. But if you can read Chinese, then try it. Okay, I completely did not see all of these massage chairs. These ones are even fancier, and look how many there are. It's just like rows and rows of endless massage chairs. That is wild. It looks like all the restaurants are primarily on the second floor. So we got KFC, we got some kind of more local place. I think they have like noodles and rice. Down there it is McDonald's and a few different coffee places. I've decided to go with Chinatime Honored Brand is what it says in English. And for reference, how a lot of times restaurants work here is you have a QR code that you scan with Alipay WeChat. I actually don't know what that is, but you scan it within the app. I already did. And then out comes the screen, but it's usually all in Chinese, so you do have to press translate. Like, thankfully Alipay does have translate, and more or less you can see what they have, and then you just order directly from the app. They bring it to you. And another important thing to mention about China is that it is not at all a tipping culture, so you know, in a way that's nice, that what the price shows is exactly what you're going to pay. All right, check out what I got. I think this is a spicy, I didn't know it was spicy, but it's gonna be spicy, braised beef dish with some, I think this is bok choy, rice. These look spicy, so I ain't gonna be eating that. And some kind of soup, as well as a water. This came to about 53 yuan, which is approximately 10 Canadian dollars, making it 7 US, so pretty reasonable for such a big portion. I assume that they are going to have food sold on the train because it is a 6-hour journey. I'd be absolutely shocked if they didn't, but just in case, because I have made this mistake before, I am having a big meal before I head out, because by the time I get in, it's gonna be trying to pick stuff up. Well, by the time I get in, it's going to be like 9:30-ish, and it's, you know, kind of a more remote area, so I don't know if there will be restaurants open, so gotta make sure I am well fed. Unfortunately, it's spicy. I did not know that by looking at the pictures. Holy moly. It's good. But now I gotta pick out all the chilies out of my beef. Overall, it was a great train journey, very smooth, up very fast. I think it was about 250 kilometers an hour on average. It also was impressive that we arrived at each station at exactly the time that we were supposed to, so just keep that in mind. If you are taking any trains, make sure you are there before the train is to arrive. Since this will probably be my only video on train travel in China, I also wanted to point out some of the other classes that I ended up taking later in my journey. First class was nice, but honestly not that different from second class other than a roomier seat. Apparently business class is better. The soft sleeper category was actually quite fun and reminded me of train travel in Eastern Europe. These ones are usually only found on the very old, slower trains. Just so you know, every train does have a dining car, usually found in the middle of the train. Initially, I didn't know that and thought the snacks they were selling was all they had. But back to my first journey, I was one of the few people left on the train as we were approaching Zhangjiajie, and you could definitely feel how much colder it was coming up to here. Thankfully, I did have a sweater within easy reach, and we did reach the station at about 9:30, but there was very few people there, and I was very happy that I had arranged a ride from my hotel, so there was somebody waiting to pick me up. The train station is about a 20 to 30 minute drive outside of the central part of the city where I was staying, so by the time I checked in and got all settled, it was around 10:30. Don't you dare judge me. Well guys, I have arrived. What a long journey. I actually didn't realize that it was a literal like 1,000-kilometer journey. But I am here, and look at this incredible guest house that I got in the central part of town. I'll link it in this description, not at all sponsored. It's called Butterfly Inn. And I booked it because a lot of foreigners said the main lady who works here speaks really good English and helped them arrange everything. Because to be honest, this is a destination that is especially popular with Chinese tourists. There's not really a lot of foreigners that come down here, so I for sure wanted to get a place that was English friendly, or as English friendly as you can get, and luckily so far things have gone well. But yeah, I got in super late, so don't you guys dare judge me about the McDonald's. I was so grateful that it was open. And for anybody curious, it cost $5 Canadian for my cheeseburger combo meal, which would be like $3.50 US, so substantially less expensive than it is back at home. But yeah, to end things off, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're thinking of doing a high-speed train in China, they are amazing. I would highly recommend, but yeah, there are just some things that you kind of got to know how they work. So I hope this was helpful, and my next video will of course be from this amazing place, Zhangjiajie. I heard them say it on the speakerphone. I think I'm saying it right now, Zhangjiajie. But I'm here, I'm excited. Stay tuned for the next video. And as always, keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye guys.